some of us in our business, we're asking for quarters. We're waking up and we're chasing quarters. You get one life. How you use it is up to you. It can be special. It can be great. It can be whatever you want. But some of us are waking up and we thinking we deserve quarters. I'm telling you, I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care where you're at. How much money is in your bank account. I don't care how many agents you got. I don't care how many chargebacks you got. I'm telling you, you can have more than a bunch of freaking quarters. About you, but I want to finish the day strong. Who wants to finish the day strong today? How good has today been? Today been good or today been good? Today's been great. Today has been great. Today has been unbelievable. As I break a table in the front row. All right, have a seat so I can get started. I got 34 minutes and 32 seconds left. Man, how awesome is this? Dude, I don't know what it is, man, but SWAT is a special event, is it not? Yeah. Where's Nate and Laura at? Here's Laura, okay? I don't know if you guys realize this, but to put on this, dude, it takes time, it takes money, it takes energy, it takes guts. It takes what? It takes guts. And it takes a lot of blood, sweat. I don't know if maybe with Nate there was some blood, right? There was probably some blood, sweat, and tears to put this thing on. And so I want to show my appreciation for both of you. I love both of you. I'm blessed that you're in my life, and I appreciate the opportunity, so thank you. Where's Nate? Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. This is special. This is special. It's so special that I'm about to deliver the best keynote you've ever heard in your life. That's how special this place is. Dude, I don't know what it is, man, but my energy is always at an all-time high when I'm here. Can you feel it or can you feel it? David Campert, can you feel it today? I'm giving a brand new talk I've never done before. Most of you, 98% of you have never heard it. Close to that number. I love that my mic is really hot. Give it up for the AV team, by the way. Like, they are freaking crushing it. They are crushing this thing. Also, you'll probably see that I'm the only one using a handheld mic over the next 2 days. I started doing that about 6 months ago. I started watching big-time pastors around the world. This thing has 3 times the size of diaphragm, which means I can really get in it and I can't blow the mic, which I love. Also, you got a lot more control, do you not? Yes. Dude, I love this thing. When you get up here at some point, you got to use this. I'm going to talk about expanding your vision tonight. I'm going to talk about how you can do whatever you're doing right now and it can blow up and get bigger. I'm going to walk through 8 business beliefs that I've never shared before. I will offend some people tonight. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to be intense. I'm going to tell you to do stuff that you've never done. SWAT is all about recreating your mind and changing what you've been through, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to do the same thing tonight because I can tell you there's certain things in your brain that you were taught as a kid that are wrong. By your parents, by your teachers. Like you think your teachers are the Bible. Like your teacher's making $42,000, nothing against teachers, but they're making $42,000 a year and you think what they say is gospel. You think what they say you have to do forever. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be a teacher. If anything, I want to teach insurance like my friend Chandra Price with Medicare teachers, right? All I know is I want to be a business owner that helps a lot of people. And I'm guessing you do too. So here's how I'm going to start. I'm going to share a brand new story that I heard at church that I freaking loved, by the way. So I'm going to start that with a new story about Tony Robbins. Who's heard of Tony Robbins by show of hands? Yes. Say aye if you've heard of Tony Robbins. Aye. Dude, who hasn't? Like, if you haven't, where have you been? What planet are you living on? He shares this story about, he's 62 now. He shares, which he looks great for 62, doesn't he? He started out doing events 37 years ago and he was 25. When he was 25 years old, he did an event with 125 people. Nate doubled his event, by the way. Congratulations, Nate. Okay, right? He did an event for 125 people and he did it till midnight. Most people do events and they don't go till midnight. Now, Nate may push the envelope, but Nate didn't go till midnight. He went till midnight. But he was so amped up and fired up because of the event that he couldn't go to bed yet. It's like 12:30, 1 a.m. So he says, I'm going to actually go out for a walk in downtown Boston. He's in downtown Boston. I've never been to Boston, but supposedly, okay, if you have, there's huge tall buildings that are older than the U.S. They've got old cobblestone roads. I don't know about you, but I've never been to Boston. But he goes out and starts walking in downtown Boston amongst the old cobblestone roads. And as he's walking down this road, there's this gentleman at the other end of the road that's walking towards him. He's got his head down, he's got a hat on, he's got a long trench coat, and he's kind of stumbling a little bit as he walks towards Tony Robbins. Was that a decent drunk impression or no? Yeah. Okay, he's stumbling a little bit. I've never been drunk yet, to be honest, so I don't really know what it feels like. But maybe this is it, I don't know. As he gets closer, he can start to smell the guy. I can't smell Josh, but Tony could smell the dude that was walking in front of him. He could start to smell a lot of alcohol on the guy. As he got closer, he's like, this guy's drunk. And the guy gets closer. I don't know about you, but like 1 a.m., downtown Boston, pitch black, some dude in a trench coat that's drunk and like, right, is walking towards you. Now, Tony's a big dude, so he can probably protect himself just fine. But the individual's walking closer, and as he gets closer, he looks at Tony and says, can I have a quarter? Can you spare me a quarter? Tony, I need a quarter. Can you spare a quarter? Brad, you got a quarter. Brad's got a lot more than a quarter, by the way. And Tony says, are you sure that you only want a quarter? He's like, yeah, I just need a quarter. Can you spare a quarter? I just want a quarter. He says, okay. He pulls out his wallet. He's got hundreds of dollars in his wallet. And he's flipping through the cash as he looks to find a quarter in all of this cash. And he's showing the gentleman the cash as he's finding the quarter, right? And the gentleman's he's looking at Tony. He's looking at the cash. He's looking at Tony. He's looking at the cash. And Tony eventually finds a quarter. And as he's looking, he's like, are you sure you only want a quarter? I just need a quarter. Can you spare a quarter? Terrible Boston accent. Can you just have a quarter? He's looking at the money. He's looking at the quarter. He's looking at Tony. He's looking at the money. And then Tony puts his wallet back in as he finds a quarter. And the dude starts looking at the wallet and the cash in the pocket. And Tony pulls out a quarter and says, life will give you whatever you ask of it.
Yeah.
He gives him a quarter. He takes the quarter, says, you're weird, and runs off. The moral of the story is some of us in our business, we're asking for quarters. We're waking up and we're chasing quarters. You get one life. How you use it is up to you. It can be special. It can be great. It can be a Perry Lunsford type of life. It can be whatever you want. But some of us are waking up and we thinking we deserve quarters. I'm telling you, I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care where you're at. How much money is in your bank account. I don't care how many agents you got. I don't care how many chargebacks you got. I'm telling you, you can have more than a bunch of freaking quarters. Do I got your attention tonight? Yeah. Anybody feeling this? Yeah. Say aye if you're alive. Aye. I got 3 key questions for you before I get to my 8 business beliefs tonight. I got 8 core business beliefs. And why 8? Because I got 8% brand, so I might as well keep using a bunch of 8s, right? First question, I want to expand your brain. I can't put stuff in there if you're thinking small. I can't force feed the right info in if you've got defense blockers up there, right? And you're like the Heisman and you're like, bro, Nate, it ain't getting in my brain. First question, would you rather $1 million cash or 1 million followers? Who says, give me the money, give me the cash? Okay, I'm not saying there's right or wrong answers, even though there is, okay? Who would say, dude, give me the followers, give me the following? Perry Lunsford made millions of dollars in health insurance because everybody knows him as the healthy insurance guy, don't they? Yeah. Dude, you can have the same life. Second question, would you rather be the best player on the worst team or the worst player on the best team? Dude, this thing gets special when you get unbelievable people like Dylan Corbett, Rodney, Devin, and Derek on your squad. Yeah. Dude, life gets special when you get special people on the team. I don't know about you, but 5 years ago, I had the Bad News Bears and the Benchwarmers of insurance. Terrible, terrible team. And guess what? Who was to blame? Hello, your boy. It was all my fault. I was attracting losers because I was a loser. I'm attracting better people now, but I guarantee you, I got a lot more growth in me. Much of you've seen me speak a lot. I hope I'm getting a little better every now and then. Because that's the point. This game is evolving. This game can be whatever you want it to be. But if you don't get any better, you don't change, you don't improve, you don't get better, Jesse Park, it doesn't matter what you do. Because until you get better, nothing gets better, Stephen LeDuc, right? That's right, brother. We just hired the social media manager and stole her from Johnny Morris and Bass Pro Shops. Come on, somebody. She left Bass Pro Shops to work for 8%. Do you think that's a quality candidate? Do you think apparently we got a better culture than the billionaire Johnny? Apparently we're attracting people in our community around the world because of all the private jets and events and fun that we're having and the millions that we're helping around the world.
That's right.
You can have the same thing. Third question. Think about the biggest problem in your business right now. Dang, I got 24 minutes, I gotta move. This is like an hour keynote normally, but I'm gonna get it in, okay? I will not go over by much, okay? Just kidding. Think about your biggest problem in your business right now and write it down. Those that take action and write it down actually believe they got a problem. The rest of you just think you're perfect. Good for you. Why are you even, like if you don't write something down, why are you even here, right? Think about the biggest problem in your business right now. Think about it. Maybe it's prospecting, maybe it's leads, maybe it's closing, maybe it's team, maybe it's agency, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe you need Sandra in your life. I don't know what you need. Yes. But you got to figure out what it is. Your biggest, I didn't say 12, I said your biggest one. Far too many times we focus on too much crap anyway. Let's get good at one. Let's overcome one. Let's get great at one. Let's solve one. The question in that is, would you pay $50,000 to solve it right now? Yeah. And I'm not asking for 50, and I'm not saying I can solve it, because I don't know what the problem is. Say aye if you'd pay 50 to solve it. Aye. Dude, this is a better room than normal. I was at Tax Growth Con talking to a bunch of accountants and CPAs because I know a ton about taxes, right? And I got like a dozen eyes. I'm like, where the freak am I at? Well, I'm talking to a bunch of accountants for starters. I can tell you this. I've done whatever it took to solve big problems in my life. As an example, I paid to go to a $50,000 mastermind. A $50,000 mastermind. A round table, a dozen people with a couple billionaires. And the number one thing I learned is that I was the problem. If you didn't write down you, hello, right? Like I was the problem. I was getting my way. I was thinking too small. I wasn't forcing and getting better and getting serious about this thing, and I was holding myself back. The way I thought was too small. My actions were not enough. My daily routine, my goals, all of it was not where it needed to be. Let's jump into the 8 business beliefs. I got 22 minutes. I better go. You guys still with me? Say aye if you're still awake. Aye. No reason to talk to people that aren't. Number 1, 8 business beliefs. Number 1, invest more. We invested $450,000 on our first 8% Nation conference in 2018. Starbucks is not your problem. The price of gas is not your problem. If you're going on social media and venting because or going to racetrack to save 25 cents, another flipping quarter, wherever I put the dang quarter, just to save 25 cents, you're wasting time going over there when you could be networking and meeting millionaires. Let's go. It's a different way of think. Yes. Yes. I'm not chasing quarters. Right. You guys getting this? Yes. Who cares? It's a $5 Starbucks. Like Dave, I'm sorry, Dave Ramsey, like he ain't here, but like that ain't gonna keep you from being a millionaire or not. That's stupid. Yeah. If that's the problem, I promise you it's holding you back from success because it's a little think. Yep. If gas going from $3 to $5, whatever it is in Texas, it's lower in Missouri. But I have a $100,000 Porsche Taycan electric car, so who cares, right? I don't even know what gas is. I don't want to know. But I know that if it goes from $3 to $5, and that's the problem, and you're worried about the $5 or the $2 increase on the 20 gallons and your $40, like, I promise you, you'll never be a millionaire. If you think small and you worry about the Starbucks and the gas and you're not worried about investing in your business, I can promise you it will hold you back from being farther ahead in life. Say aye if you're going to invest more. Aye. Say aye if you believe that everything in your business is going to change this year. I didn't tell you this earlier, but I can promise you your business is going to double the moment you implement these 8 business beliefs this year. I'm more passionate about this talk and what I'm talking about right now than any other talk I've ever been passionate about, because I know it can move the needle in your life. Number 2. Holy freak, I'm sweating. It takes a lot for me to sweat. I'm like 179 pounds. I am sweating up here, bro. Number 2, extreme urgency. My target is to sell 1,000 tickets to 8% in the month of May. Yeah. Now you can happily support and help me get closer to that. We sold 1,000, and I'm like, you need to tell people what you want, by the way, right, Alex Jackson? Like, stop being scared of telling everybody what you want. We need extreme urgency. We sold 1,000 tickets last year. This year we're going to sell it in 30 days. 30 days. When I was a new agent, the goal wasn't for me to like just hope and pray that I make $50,000 in my first 8 months. No, that wasn't the target. Like, it was extreme urgency on my end. And I'm going to tell you in a minute why it was actually too small and why it didn't work. Take your 1-year goals and cram them in 30 days. Josh, how much did you do in 30 days, your first 30 days?
103,000.
He was so big you don't even remember. Okay, 103,000. Give it up for Josh. Okay, $103,000 in 30 days. This is the career. This is the place. This is the opportunity. Most people don't make 6 figures their first year, not because it's too big, but because it's too small. And it doesn't get your attention. You have to make $100,000 over 365 days, Tony Merwin. And we lose interest. We lose activity. We work less. We lose urgency. We lose creativity. We don't do whatever it takes because it's a whole year. Which brings me to my next point, which is number 3, total obsession. You need to stop having 12, 13, 14, 15, 24 goals and get good at one. Do the 100,000 in 30 days if that's the target. But have one. Get obsessed with it. Dominate the one target instead of having dozens. I made the mistake, by the way. I'm going to tell myself. I had a dozen goals for the month of April. Guess what? I only checked off a few of them. Why? Because I had too many. It sounds cool. It's like, dude, I'm going to get all this done and work really hard. What if you just worked really hard at this? The one thing. Joe Crivolo approves this message, I guarantee it. They're looking at each other like, dude, like the one target works. You get totally obsessed at hitting one target. It keeps your creativity. It makes you work harder. You wake up and you're obsessed and you write it down every day, Ron, and you write it down every day, Brad, and you do everything you can to make it happen because you're obsessed with it. A lot of us, we need to become more obsessed with it, don't we? Yeah. And we do. Say aye if you're still with me. Aye. Say aye if Nate should have me back at SWAT forever. Aye. Asked the same thing last time and it worked. That's why I'm back. So I got to like pre-sell for the next one, right? Number 4. Pay to solve problems. I hired a coach for our team. Oh crap, 16 minutes. I hired a coach for our team for $46,000 to work through like direct response, ad copy, event funnels. Like I'm paying $46,000 over the course of the next year for a coach, for our staff. Pay to solve problems. Do you think I'll get my money back? Yes. Dude, Dad, I'm the worst freaking promoter on the planet. We go to college. We pay $46,000 a year for college. But we won't put $46,000 in our business. And if it does hurt, I don't think it hurts you, but if it does hurt some people, then good. Because if we've got problems, Phil Pickle, dude, we need to solve it.
That's right.
We need to do whatever it takes to solve it.
Yep.
We spend $46,000 a year to go to college. We don't pay attention. We hate the homework. We don't like our professors. We sleep in, we skip, we don't network, and then we end up with all this debt. And then we're like, and then, oh, by the way, I know what I want to do for the rest of my life at 18 years old. Yeah, right. And then we go and we don't use our degree, and then we have all this debt, and we poured it in from I'm not saying college is bad, but use it the right way and actually get something out of it. Network. Go to flipping. If you're going to spend a ton of money, at least go to Harvard and meet some billionaires.
Yeah.
Like if we're going to spend the money, we're going to spend $46,000 a year for college. At least take it serious. At least show up. And if they can do that, you can put it in your, if an 18-year-old can spend $46,000 a year, hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn nothing, the least you can do is spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on your business.
That's right.
It's the least you can do. I promise you, your business will grow. Your business will explode. Number 5. This is going to be a touchy one, Nate. Number 5, focus on revenue. I was wondering why you were sweating so much up here, bro. Like, I'm sweating too. Focus on revenue. Guess what? Expenses have a floor. Joe, expenses have a floor, but revenue has no ceiling. You cannot micromanage expenses or your revenue line will also dip. When you look at a P&L, are you so worried about expenses or are you focused on growing the top line? Dude, if the top line doesn't grow, I can't like micromanage myself into just killing my freaking business. We're all worried about expenses every 14 seconds. Like, let's get worried about actually making some money,
right.
Growing our income, our revenue going up. Because when it does, you will make more money.
Exactly.
The more I spend, the more I do in revenue.
Right.
It ain't popular. There will be some in the room that totally disagree, which is okay, because I got the mic and you don't. But what I can tell you is, focus on revenue. Stop worrying about expenses and Starbucks and gas and leads. Leads are fuel for the jet. Leads are fuel. You need them to sell insurance, or you got to go cold call and cold door knock at 20 years old like this Dumbo that just didn't know any better and just wanted to punish myself. The more you tight squeeze money, guys, the more we tight squeeze money, the more we hold on to it, the more we grip it, the more we squeeze it tight, the less it will flow to you. The more you, like if you were raised that way to where like, dude, save the pennies, like, you know what I mean? Like save it all. A penny saved is a, it's stupid. It's a dumb saying. It is. Yes. It's weird that the world wants us to be broke. It's really weird to me. The more you tight squeeze money, the less it will flow to you. Number 6, never hire average. Never hire average. Stop letting people piss in your Cheerios. You allow mediocrity, the whole freaking squad will be mediocre before you know it. I had dudes that were doing flamethrowers like out back in the parking lot. I'm talking 4, 5, 6 years ago. I had a circus is what I had. When you hire average, it brings everybody else down. I don't know about y'all, but I want the best possible team I can. And I'm going to tell you in a second why that really matters. There's a story about John Maxwell. John Maxwell's got, who's heard of John Maxwell? Say aye. Aye. Okay, so John Maxwell, I'm saving y'all some arms, by the way, with all these eyes today, aren't I? John Maxwell is a leadership expert. He's known around the world. Most people know him. He's got a book. He's got a bunch of books. The dude's got like 70 books. I don't even know. Too many. I guess not, but I ain't read them all. So the book I'm talking about that I'm going to share is about, it's called Developing the Leaders Around You. By John Maxwell, Developing the Leaders Around You. And in the book, in chapter 1 on page 4, John Maxwell shares how in 1981 he took over Skyline Wesleyan Church in San Diego, California. And from 1969 to 1981, the church had averaged 1,000 people a week for 12, 13 years. He takes over as the lead pastor. In 1981, he calls a staff meeting. He gets the whole team together. He says, I don't know if you're the team that can get us from 1,000 to 2,000, but we're going to find out. He did that speech 4 different times over the next 14 years, and his church went from 1,000 to 4,000 from 1981 to 1995. And in the book, he says that an organization's growth potential is directly related to personnel potential. Because it is. Never hire average. You need quality people to propel the spaceship of whatever you're building and whatever track you're on and wherever you're running and whatever you want to do. The better your people are. Also too, like in our office, I'm really bad at everything except for speaking, sales, and promotion. And now everybody else on the team is really good at all these other things, and I was trying to do them all. I was building Facebook ads. I was doing emails. I was selling. I was servicing. I was talking to the customer that wanted a $100 refund. Like I was doing all these dumb things. Dude, I don't do any of that stuff anymore. I do the things that make us the most amount of money. You talk about time management? Write down the top 10 things you should do. Circle the top 3. Get rid of the bottom 7 and start with number 1. That ain't that hard. Like there's some time management for you. You know what to do. Typically, we know the answers. Jeremiah, I don't know what it is, man, but we always know the answers. We don't pay to solve the problems, but we know the answers. Number 7, grab attention. I didn't say get it, I said grab it. Grab attention. You want to be thinking reach. You want to be thinking omnipresence. You want to get people talking. I can tell you this. Let's just say that you're doing a client appreciation event, whatever. You've got 1,000 clients, and you're doing a client appreciation event in your city. You could send 900 emails, 4,000 texts, 12,000 calls, and door knock every single client 14 times. And 2/3 of them wouldn't even know you were doing a client appreciation event. That's promotion nowadays. The average human being sees 800,000 advertisements a day. Think about all the billboards, all the articles, all the radio commercials, right? All the stuff on social media, everything you're seeing. 800,000 advertisements a day. Nate talked about this thing called Ultimate Agent that we did. I spoke in Chicago, and 2/3 of the room had no clue what I was flipping talking about. It was my own event. When you think you've maxed out the promotion of whatever it is, like we accidentally sent a bunch of text messages out at 1 and 2 in the morning, and people were like pissing all in their Cheerios in Facebook groups because they got one simple text in the middle of the night. Who flipping cares, bro? Like, come on, grow up. That's why they ain't doing what we're doing, bro. That's why they're freaking way behind. And that's why they worry about the text. They're never going to catch up. They're not. It's a dumb way of thinking. You know what I do when I get a text I don't want to do? That I don't want? I delete it. It's a text message.
That's right.
Whenever you think you've maxed out promotion or whatever you're doing or whatever you want your clients to know, whatever you want leads to know, do 50% more. Because I can promise you it ain't enough. When you think you've maxed it out, it ain't enough. We did this thing called Ultimate Agent where we had thousands of agents register. Johnny and Patrice were 2 of the ones that registered. We had thousands of agents all over the world, Sri Lanka, Philippines, agents from everywhere. They registered for the Ultimate Agent Contest. We brought 5 to Springfield, Missouri. We put them on a private jet. We flew them to an undisclosed secret location. We lived in a mansion for a week. We gave them hundreds of leads. We flew in top mentors, coaches, and trainers like Roger and Nate into the mansion to help them for a week. We got rid of people every single night. We mic'd them up all day. We put a camera in their face nonstop, and we put a GoPro in their car. And at the end, we crowned someone the Ultimate Agent, and they won $121,000 in cash and prizes. And we're launching that in a movie theater July 5th in Springfield, Missouri, and then on YouTube for free in July. And then we're going to release the winner live on stage at 8% this year. Johnny and Patrice, stand up real quick, okay? These were the 2 of the 5 contestants that competed. Love you guys. Number 8. I got 6 minutes. Number 8, leverage debt to grow. Dave Ramsey will definitely not approve this message. I did a coaching call with a gentleman a few weeks ago, and he was struggling to find money to spend on his business and scale and recruiting and stuff. And I said, okay, I started asking personal financial questions. I said, what do you drive? Well, I drive this new vehicle. I won't say who it is because I don't want to give away who it is. I drive this certain vehicle. Okay, how much was it? It was $45,000. Okay, cool. I don't have money, but I got a $40,000 car. Okay. How much money did you put down? $15,000 cash. And you financed 30. Okay. Why? Because doesn't everybody put money down when they buy a car? Like, bro, dude, I want the money in my business. I will max out the debt on every car and every house and everything I have until I've got so much money, I'll just pay them all off. It all goes back in the business. Like last year, we refinanced our home again and took out 150, 200 grand, whatever it was. It went right into the business. Why would I let it sit there? Do you believe in your cars, your homes, or do you believe in your business? It's not. This message is not approved by most people. This message is really intense. This really is really like right, left, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. But it's like really off-centered. It is. But the message works because it's worked for me. I believe in me. I believe in the business. I don't care about, I love vehicles. I love cars. I would love to own a bunch of Perry's cars. But I want to leverage debt to grow. I'm betting on me. That's exactly right. You need to bet on you. What do you believe in? I'm going to finish with this story and then I'm done. Donald Trump, whether you like him or not, okay, it doesn't matter. This ain't about politics. I don't care if you're a freaking Democrat, you love Joe Biden, you hate Obama. I don't care. Could care less. I love business. And it's irrelevant. It's dumb to even worry about it. That's right. Donald Trump was in a restaurant years ago, and he was sitting there eating lunch, and there was a gentleman in the corner singing. And this dude was singing really well, phenomenal. He could sing, and Donald's like, dude, this guy is good. Brad, this guy is good. I can't believe how good this person is. I wonder if they know how good they are. Some of you don't realize how good you are. We don't know how good we are. This person's in the corner singing, and they don't realize how good they are. Donald Trump goes up to them when they get done singing and says, hey, do you realize how good you are? You're incredible. Jill, you're amazing. I love what you're doing. How do more people not know about you? He said, here's what I'm going to do. Rodney, I'm going to bring back a big-time music producer friend of mine, and I'm going to have him sit right here at the exact same time tomorrow. I'm going to eat lunch at noon. You're going to get right back in the corner. You're going to sing. You're going to tear it up. You're going to sing like your life depends on it, because it does. The same lyrics, the same energy, the same enthusiasm. You're going to do whatever it takes to get the biggest opportunity of your life. And it's at noon. They exchange numbers. The night goes on. Trump gets a phone call at 11 a.m. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, this is Donald. Dude, that wouldn't suck, right? Hello, this is Donald. Or maybe it would nowadays. Who freaking knows? Mr. Trump, I just got in a car wreck and I'm not going to make it. Number one step to success is showing up. He had a pulse. He wasn't dead. Could have called an Uber, could have asked Trump to pick him up, could have had Perry swing by in the Ferrari. He could have done something. He could have crawled, but he didn't. Trump said, he hung up the phone. He said, some people were meant to be lounge acts forever. Trump said there's 3 types of people in this world. Number 1, a lounge act. They're good. They play in the corner. But they cannot show up. Brad, they say they're going to do something and they don't. They whine about the smallest stuff. I know 7-figure earners that lie. They're hypocrites. And they say they're going to do stuff and they don't. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be that person. The second type of person in this world is an opening act. An opening act, they show up, they sing, they're phenomenal, but they never show up early, they never stay late, and they never do whatever it takes. He said there's the third type of person in this world is a main act. Joe, the main act is outstanding. They get there early. They always show up. They stay late. They do whatever it takes. They perform lights out every time, and they still don't think they're doing good enough. That's a main act. So as I got 34 seconds and counting, here's what I'm going to ask you. In your business right now, in your career, in your finances, in your life, with your team, with everything you're doing, the team you got, where you want to go, your vision, your goals, your dreams, whatever you want in life, wherever you are at now and wherever you want to go. I don't know where it is, but I know where I want to go. I want to ask you, as I am walking in front of speakers, are you acting like a lounge act, an opening act, or a main act? Thank you.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Our next speaker, I've personally been listening to since around 2012. He coined the phrase, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.